Sorry. Take your fingers out of it. Good afternoon. Oh, no, we'll just start in a moment to give everybody a chance. Good afternoon and welcome to today's lunch break with the Rabbi. Today is Monday, March 22nd. It is the 9th day of Nisan. As we're inching our way closer to the festival of Passover, this week we will dedicate our time in talking about the festival of Passover, its meaning, its teachings, and its contemporary applications in today's day and age. At this point, I'd also like to remind you all that as time is getting closer to Passover, please make sure to sell your chametz, order your matzah, reserve your spot at the Seder, all the things you need to do prior to Passover in preparing ourselves for Passover. And so please make sure to do so. And that can be done at jewishally.com/Passover or jewishally.com. You can see all the links and everything necessary that you need to celebrate Passover accordingly. Passover, as we know, and is found in the sages, we say it in our prayers, it's known as a time of freedom. Zman Cherusenu is the word that is used in the Torah, is the word that is used in the prayers. We say it in the Kiddush. It's a festival where we eat matzah, but it's also a time which symbolizes freedom. Symbolizing freedom, but at the same time remembering our past, remembering the enslavement, remembering the difficult times that the Jewish people went through, but more so, celebrating the birth of a nation, celebrating the fact that we are now a new, free nation, free to serve, free to be who we are. But what does it mean freedom, and what does it mean slavery? Seemingly, when God tells the Jewish people that he's going to take them out of the land of Egypt, what's the first message that God tells Moses? Go tell the Jewish people I'm taking them out of the land of Egypt, and they will serve me. And the word that is used, ta'avdun, which comes from the word eved, slave, on this mountain. What's the point? They were slaves to Pharaoh, now they're going to be slaves to God. Where's the freedom? Why is that considered absolute freedom? If the whole reason why they were taken out of Egypt was only that they should serve God, is that freedom? Many people look at Judaism as very limiting, very constricting, very enslaving. Is it truly enslaving? So we see this more when we look at the concepts of freedom and slavery are very relative. Take, for example, vegetation. Vegetation is stuck to earth, can't go anywhere, but it grows. The moment you uproot it from the earth, it will die. It begins to shrivel. One will say, what's the freedom? Let the vegetation go where it wants, but then it doesn't survive. An animal, on the other hand, doesn't want to stay in one place. An animal must move around. You tell the animal stay in one place, the animal say, what are you doing? You're enslaving me. The animal will go crazy. You let the animal roam around, but still, what does the animal do? The animal doesn't have the ability to think. The owner moves it from one place to the other place, and so on and so forth. The same idea is also when we talk about freedom when it comes to human beings. It is possible you can give a person everything they need and want. You can give a person all the physical, materialistic needs they have. They will still feel enslaved. You give a person everything he wants, but you don't allow them to think for themselves. You don't allow them to explore and understand and appreciate things on their own. That's slavery. Freedom for the human being is that they don't only have everything they need physically and materialistically, but they also have the ability to spiritually grow, to expound and go out of the box. The same idea is also when we talk about true freedom. True freedom for the Jew is where we allow the inside of the Jew, which is the soul, the core essence of the Jew, to explore and recognize and realize what it is. If I were to tell the Jew that you can have everything you want physically, which that was seemingly the first step of communism then at the time, was that they told people you'll have everything you need, we'll take care of everything you want, but you're not allowed to serve God. You have to forget about God. That's not freedom. It's just you're becoming a slave to a different entity. Even more so and pragmatically in today's day and age, we become a slave to our society. The moment I dress or do or behave in a certain manner because I am concerned about what others may say, then I'm no longer free. I'm a slave to society. I'm a slave to my neighbors. I'm a slave to my friends. It's just a question who you're a slave to, and a question of how much they control. True freedom allows you to explore your true essence without limitations, without any restrictions. God created every single human being in a way that from their own essence, they can and are able to observe the Torah mitzvot. Nobody's forcing it. It doesn't say anywhere in Judaism, if you do an abrogation of one of the laws, all of a sudden you get hit by lightning. It's absolutely nonsense. We see many people who have never observed any of the commandments and living a very comfortable life. Because Judaism is not imposed upon a person. It has to become from the inside. Freedom means that we on our own, with our own intellect, with our own intuition, make the decision, make up our mind to do and embark on certain missions. And this is the concept of true freedom, where God gives the human being a soul. And God then, when the Jewish people came out of Egypt, He let us know that we have a soul. As we were compared to the moon, it weans in its ways. It has its time that it's more physical, more spiritual. Sometimes it's more ignited, sometimes it's more restricted. But at the end of the day, we have a soul that we can get in touch with. And once we embark on that mission and realize that we are not limited to our physical constraints, to our materialistic desires, to our neighbors, to society, we are who we are because of the soul that's within us. And at the same time, nobody's imposing it on you. You take your trip and travel according to the way you need to, according to your level. Because Judaism is something where every single person on his own can reach the highest of all levels that his soul can connect to God in the most extreme way. The question is only, what are we doing about it? Are we utilizing our freedom to its fullest potential? Or did we go from one slavery to another? Did we go from the slavery of Egypt to the slavery of society, to the slavery of our neighbors and our friends? Our sages tell us, and we say it in the Haggadah, every single day and in every single generation, we have to imagine ourselves as if we left Egypt. Leaving Egypt means leaving our constraints behind, leaving our habitual behaviors behind, leaving the limitations that we've self-imposed upon ourselves because of our neighbors and friends and people around us. Let us remember, God took us out of Egypt. He removed those obstacles. He put us in a method and in a mode that we can ignite our soul and reunite with God and cleave to God in the greatest and spiritual way. Let us remember what our true entity is our soul. Our body are merely cavities and tools to be able to follow God's commandments and utilize and express what the soul wants. Then we will truly appreciate freedom. Then we will truly be free. And that's what the matzah tells us. The matzah, the symbolism of humility. Letting us know and reminding us it's not about the fanfare. It's not about the materialism. It's not about the explosion. It's all full of hot air. It's all just leavened bread, yeast that just blows up. But the moment you put your finger through it, it all deflates. It teaches us the sense of humility to recognize, to look inside ourselves, and then we can truly be free. Let us truly explore ourselves. Let us truly really live our true essence to what our soul is. And then we will feel free people, undenied under any circumstance, whatever may be, wherever we may be, whatever may be our challenge at the time, we will be free if we connect with our soul. God bless you, that we should have this feeling of freedom. We will experience freedom from this Passover and experience true freedom for our body and soul together with the coming of Mashiach, may it be now. Amen. Looking forward to joining you again tomorrow at Lunch Break with the Rabbi at 1 p.m. God bless you and have a great day.